The film opens with the revelation that America has become a desolate land devoid of human life. A variant of mad cow disease has evolved over the past 2 months, becoming transmissible to humans and transforming them into zombies. The protagonist, Columbus, is a former university student who has developed a distinctive set of rules for surviving in this zombie-infested world. The first principle is cardio, which emphasizes the necessity of maintaining optimal physical fitness. The second principle, known as the double tap, suggests that if there's any uncertainty about a zombie's death, one should shoot it again to confirm. The third principle warns to be cautious of bathrooms, as zombies may strike when one is most defenseless. The fourth principle advises always fastening your seatbelts, indicating that the journey will be filled with challenges and unexpected events. And now Columbus believes he is the last remaining survivor. His survival is credited to his strict adherence to these principles. He finds himself pursued by zombies, but his fitness allows him to outrun them, a testament to his first principle, cardio. He manages to escape in a car, but a zombie is hiding in the back seat. He crashes the car into a wall, causing the zombie to be ejected through the windshield, a reminder of the importance of seatbelts. The zombie rises again, and he shoots it, a demonstration of the double tap principle. One of his guiding principles is to carry minimal baggage. He is journeying back home in the hope of finding his parents alive. As he strolls along the highway, an SUV speeds towards him. A man named Tallahassee emerges from the vehicle, and they both draw their guns on each other. Upon realizing that they are both uninfected, Columbus climbs into the SUV. Another one of Columbus's rules is to always inspect the back seat. Since they are both traveling in the same direction, they decide to journey together. Columbus discerns that Tallahassee has a soft spot. He has a fondness for Twinkies. During a restroom stop, Columbus discloses his fear of clowns. He recalls an incident from his college days when a terrified girl knocked on his door seeking refuge. He allowed her in, and she expressed her gratitude with a hug. She then narrated her encounter with a homeless man who had chased her and attempted to bite her. After ensuring her well-being, she rests her head on his shoulder for a nap. However, he awakens later to find that she has transformed into a zombie and is pursuing him around his room. He succeeds in fending her off initially, but she lunges at him once more. He strikes her on the head to neutralize her. This incident is what led him to formulate his double tap rule. Columbus shares with Tallahassee a rumor he heard about a place that remains unaffected by the chaos, but Tallahassee dismisses it as a fabrication. Tallahassee is fixated on exterminating zombies, but his obsession with finding Twinkies surpasses even that. They make a stop at a grocery store, where Tallahassee retrieves his weapons from the car trunk. Upon entering the store, he plays a banjo to lure a zombie out. He uses the banjo to eliminate one zombie and a pair of garden shears to dispatch another. Suddenly, a charming girl named Wichita emerges and seeks assistance. Her younger sister, Little Rock, has been bitten by a zombie. Wichita confides in Columbus that they are merely seeking a humane way to end her sister's impending suffering. Just as Tallahassee is about to perform the act, Wichita insists on doing it herself. He hands her the gun, but she turns it on him, demanding the keys to the car, their weapons, and all their ammunition. The girls then drive away, discussing their destination, Pacific Playland, a place rumored to be free of zombies. In the meantime, the men spend some time searching for another vehicle. They stumble upon a yellow truck brimming with weapons. Tallahassee celebrates their find by firing a few rounds from the guns, and they set off in their newly acquired vehicle. Tallahassee desires to seek vengeance against the girls, but Columbus proposes that they should let go of their grudge and simply return home. Tallahassee explains to Columbus that his notion of home revolved around a puppy named Buck, an incredibly adorable dog. The zombies caused him to lose Buck, so now he finds solace in appreciating the small joys in life. As they proceed on their journey, they come across an SUV on the highway with the word "Help" painted on its side. Tallahassee approaches the vehicle to investigate, but soon realizes that it has been abandoned. He signals to Columbus to bring the yellow truck alongside the SUV. Tallahassee enters the SUV, only to discover that Little Rock had sneaked into the back. She points a gun at Tallahassee's head and disarms him, taking his weapon. Meanwhile, Columbus is instructed to honk the horn, and they are soon joined by Wichita. Wichita boards the truck, and together they drive away, with the guys serving as hostages. It becomes apparent that Wichita and her sister have been deceiving and swindling people throughout their entire lives. After some time, they finally reach an agreement and decide to continue their journey together. Tallahassee mocks the notion that Pacific Playland is devoid of zombies, while Wichita discloses to Columbus that his hometown has been completely destroyed. They drive throughout the night, and eventually, Wichita proposes that Columbus should leave and find another truck for themselves. However, Columbus chooses to remain with the group, emphasizing his preference for staying together. Eventually, Tallahassee insists on making a stop at a grocery store. They eliminate a zombie, and then explore the store. Columbus becomes interested in the colognes, and Tallahassee realizes that he has developed a fondness for Wichita. This realization triggers a small quarrel that escalates into all four of them wreaking havoc inside the store. Columbus comes to understand that Tallahassee is correct in finding joy in the little things. They continue their journey, resolved to stick together until they reach Pacific Playland. Upon reaching Hollywood, they decide to take a break. They consult a map and aim to locate a celebrity's house where they can rest. Eventually, they find Bill Murray's house and begin to search inside. Little Rock is unaware of who Bill Murray is, and this lack of knowledge greatly offends Tallahassee. To address this, Columbus sits down with Little Rock to watch Ghostbusters, one of Bill Murray's most renowned films. Meanwhile, Tallahassee and Wichita settle in comfortably within the house, when unexpectedly, they are approached by the real Bill Murray himself. Initially mistaking him for a zombie, Wichita strikes Bill Murray with a golf club. However, it turns out that he had disguised himself as a zombie in order to blend in. Tallahassee, being an enormous fan, ecstatically screams in delight upon realizing the truth. Meanwhile, as Columbus and Little Rock continue watching the movie, Columbus takes the opportunity to inquire about Little Rock's sister. Sensing an opportunity for amusement, the others decide it would be hilarious to try and frighten them. Thus, Bill Murray enters the theater, pretending to be a zombie, adding a playful scare to the mix. However, Columbus still possesses a gun, and without hesitation, he shoots Bill Murray directly in the chest. Sadly, Bill Murray succumbs to his wounds. The group takes his lifeless body outside and pays tribute to him by firing their guns in a salute. Later that night, they engage in a game of Monopoly, while discussing the best and worst aspects of this new world infested with zombies. During the conversation, Tallahassee mentions that losing Buck was one of the worst experiences. Columbus clarifies that Buck was Tallahassee's son, not just a puppy. As Tallahassee continues speaking, the realization dawns upon him that Buck was indeed his son. To illustrate his point, Tallahassee shares pictures of his son that he keeps in his wallet with the others. The following morning, Tallahassee vents his frustrations by shooting objects within Bill Murray's house. Little Rock joins him, and he takes the opportunity to teach her how to handle a firearm. Meanwhile, Wichita presents Columbus with a bottle of wine, and they enjoy it together. The wine is from 1997, leading them to reminisce about their experiences from that year. Wichita is regarded as cool, while Columbus acknowledges that he was somewhat of a geek during that time. Feeling sympathy towards Columbus, Wichita and he share a dance, and their connection intensifies to the point where a kiss seems imminent. However, their moment is abruptly disrupted by the arrival of Tallahassee. The following day, the girls depart early, leaving the guys behind. Wichita confides in Little Rock, admitting that she was on the verge of kissing Columbus, but she had momentarily forgotten their initial rule. It's just the two of them. Eventually, they reach Pacific Playland, forcefully breaking through the gates. Columbus experiences a sense of emptiness in the absence of Wichita. Tallahassee informs him that he has made the decision to head towards Mexico. In Pacific Playland, Wichita successfully activates the power, leaving Little Rock awe-inspired by the sight. From a distance, a group of zombies notices the illuminated lights at Pacific Playland and becomes intrigued, drawing closer to investigate. Meanwhile, the girls are delighting in the amusement park rides, unaware of the approaching danger. As the zombies get closer, the girls hastily flee from them. They manage to reach the truck and quickly drive away. However, zombies cling to the roof of the truck, forcing the girls to make a daring decision. They leap off the truck, allowing it to veer into the sea, sacrificing the vehicle to escape the pursuing undead. Continuing on foot, they engage in a relentless battle, firing their weapons as more zombies relentlessly give chase. In another part of the area, Columbus makes up his mind to pursue Wichita. He bids farewell to Tallahassee, expressing his intentions. Before Columbus embarks on his journey riding a motorbike, he shares with Tallahassee that the girls were once cherished photographs in someone's wallet, just like memories captured by others. However, Columbus encounters a mishap and falls off his motorbike. Fortunately, Tallahassee arrives in the SUV and offers to give him a ride to reunite with the girls, displaying his willingness to assist Columbus in his pursuit. Simultaneously, the girls quickly climb onto a ride in an attempt to evade the encroaching zombies gathering beneath them. Little Rock takes action by shooting the control box, forcing the ride to come to a halt. Columbus and Tallahassee arrive at Pacific Playland, promptly engaging in a fierce battle, shooting down the approaching zombies. Witnessing their arrival, The girls realize that they must now figure out a way to apologize to the guys. Tallahassee cleverly creates a diversion, drawing the attention of the zombies towards himself, allowing him to skillfully eliminate them. Meanwhile, Columbus rushes to rescue the girls, entering a haunted house with the ravenous zombies hot on his trail. Meanwhile, an increasing number of zombies manage to ascend the ride, desperately attempting to reach the girls. To their dismay, the girls realize they have run out of ammunition, leaving them defenseless. Acting swiftly, Tallahassee secures himself inside a booth, taking shelter while strategically shooting at the encircling horde of zombies. Emerging from the haunted house, Columbus heeds Wichita's urgent plea to hasten. As he approaches, he is confronted by a zombie clown. Summoning his courage, Columbus confronts his fear and strikes the menacing figure with a mallet, successfully neutralize the threat. With the immediate danger dealt with, Columbus proceeds to press the emergency release button on the ride. Wichita and Little Rock swiftly descend to the ground, while Columbus and Wichita share a passionate kiss, their emotions intensified by the adrenaline-filled circumstances. Tallahassee expresses his admiration for Columbus, noting that he has finally achieved a romantic milestone by reaching first base. Subsequently, Tallahassee ventures into a store in search of Twinkies. Suddenly, a noise emanates from the store cupboard, prompting Columbus to instinctively fire his weapon. To their relief, it turns out that the noise was caused by a harmless mouse. However, Columbus inadvertently shoots through a box of Twinkies in the process. This saddens Tallahassee as he laments the loss of the cherished snack. Just as they contemplate their next move, Wichita arrives in the SUV, prompting Columbus to realize that these individuals have become the closest semblance of a family to him in this chaotic world. Symbolizing a gesture of goodwill, Little Rock tosses a Twinkie bar to Tallahassee, who eagerly consumes it with enthusiasm. As they drive away, an unfortunate incident occurs as they accidentally collide with another zombie on their path. And with that, the movie ends. I hope you enjoyed our video. Watch the next recaps on the screen and don't forget to subscribe for amazing videos. See you in the next one.